Welcome back to Ghosts with Legendary. Today this gameplay is in the map Ignition. I don't really do that fantastic, but there is a reason for that. In this video we will be discussing why Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops was so much better than the previous Call of Duties that have come out and this Call of Duty that has come out. And another reason why I did bad was because, or not as well, I went 30 and 25, was because the entire enemy was a group of people, a group of 6 people that were playing together, and they all had high KDs. I think when I saw that I should have left, but I just wanted to stay just so that way I could get the gameplay on Ignition. And you can see in a couple of deaths that I had, I would die from somebody wearing one of those clan outfits, and then 5 seconds later a guy would run up behind me or know exactly where to look for me. So they were communicating through mics. You couldn't hear it because I had them muted. Let's just jump in. Why was the recent Call of Duty so bad compared to Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops? And even Black Ops 2 is a little better. Now, you can see that obviously in the Call of Duty community that the recent ones have been worse, because you can go to a channel like Allier or T Martin or even Syndicate when he posts Call of Duty gameplay. People always ask for the older Call of Duties, this being Black Ops, Modern Warfare 2, and Black Ops 2. Now, the reason why I think they were better, I'm going to go over all of them, but the maps were so much better. All of them were just so much better. They were a lot less complicated in that meaning. They didn't have all of this cover everywhere. The cover on maps, when they load down all the maps with cover, it makes it too difficult to play the game. I remember when I first played Ghosts, I think I played my first game on the map Whiteout. There's too many spots that somebody can get you from. They're trying to stop camping, that's just added camping. There's just way too many spots everywhere to kill somebody from. You can't run around in the middle of the map anymore if you want to be good. You have to stick to the outside, and that's less fun because you get a lot less traffic and it leads to a lot less good games or fun games to watch anyway. Another thing is they have they need to pretty much just basically make less things added, and pretty much the maps are just basically a square or a rectangle, and they had, what I've noticed the trend is on a good map is it's a big rectangle, really long, or it's a square, and then they have 2 camping spots on each side of the map. Now, an example of this, Nuketown, that's a big one. Hijacked, another example from Black Ops 2, and even some more maps in Modern Warfare 2 were like that. Also, the maps were so much more realistic. There wasn't all this cover everywhere in real, well, at least I don't think so in real world, there's all this cover everywhere. Most of it were like big open fields, kind of like Jungle was, or I'm drawing a blank in the name for Modern Warfare 2, but it was like a rail yard. I think it was actually called that. It's just a big open field with maybe a few trees. They load down the maps now with so much cover and all this other junk thrown in there, and it just makes it less fun. Also, the interactive map features, I mean, there's a ton in Ghosts. I don't like them as much. To me, it's just another way to die when you're focusing on, oh my god, I need to explode this bridge, otherwise the enemy team will rush and capture the flag. I don't like that kind of thing. Also, the guns were so much better to use in Modern Warfare 2. The shotguns were so fun to use, and I don't care why they had the downfall of shotguns. Even though people would get frustrated with them, they were still fun to use to the people that enjoyed them. And the sniper was so much better when they actually had enough damage that you wouldn't get hit markers all the time. And overall, I just think that the guns were better to use and more fun. The iron sights were better on the guns, and everything was just, I think, a little better on them. Another thing is, over the years of Call of Duty, there has been a lot of fun stuff lost. And I'm talking about the game modes. In Ghosts, very disappointing that they did not have some kind of hardpoint or headquarters game mode built into Ghosts. That was my favorite game mode. That was my best game mode out of every game mode. It was so fun to be able to lock down an area and then you had to keep constantly moving. That way there couldn't just be one camper on the B flag and then the whole entire game you have to deal with getting that one camper off, and then you finally do and he just goes back and sits there. Another thing was demolition. That was a huge one. My friend didn't even almost wanted to buy the game because his favorite game mode was demolition, and it was just something that I didn't even want to buy the game that much when I heard it didn't have demolition, because demolition is such a fun game mode. You have, you know, the two objectives. You have both teams, one team going for it and one team covering it. It's so much fun, those game modes that they lost. Pretty much just overall, demolition at headquarters, and they weren't even going to have search and destroy. Now I think that was the second most popular game mode throughout the recent Call of Duty years. I couldn't believe that they didn't have search and destroy. Like, I was in shock when I first turned it on, and I think that they may have heard me complain about it because they added it like a day later or something. I think maybe somebody forgot to add game mode. And then what I didn't get is that I liked the new game mode that came out where you had more health because it made it more like the old Call of Duties. But then when they wanted to add another game mode, they took that game mode off. I think it was called like Heavy Duty maybe. They took that game mode off because for some reason they wanted that list to stay at that length or whatever. And I don't see why they had to take it off. One game mode I think I hate that they should just get rid of immediately, Cranked. I think that's the stupidest game mode ever because it's fun, but the matches are like 2 minutes and 30 seconds long if you're on a good match, because you get one kill, and then if you go on a 20 kill streak after that, that's like 41 points right there on the, I think it's like 39 points right there out of 100. In a 20 kill streak, if you're in a heated battle and you're just mowing over the enemy, that will take a total of about maybe 10 seconds, or not 10 seconds, but like a minute to get, maybe 2 minutes. Alright, so another thing lost was the ACOG site. I think I might have already mentioned this, but I'm going to mention it again just to make sure. The ACOG site was such a fun site to use in Modern Warfare 2. It actually looked nice on the screen, and now it's just a big, they added like a regular red dot to it. Ever since Black Ops 2, I think that slowly died off. Holographic site used to be amazing. I think that might have made a return in Modern Warfare 3. Maybe it didn't, like the nice holographic site from Modern Warfare 2. But it didn't return, I don't think, after Modern Warfare 3, or maybe ended in Modern Warfare 2. But going on, I think, like I said, the maps, like Radiation, that was just another map that came to mind. It's wide open in the middle of the map, and it makes it fun because you don't have to worry about all these flank routes around you. You can just enjoy the game without having to think about it too much. And I think with thinking about it too much, it made it more competitive. I cannot play Call of Duty Ghosts without thinking of the competitive side. Modern Warfare 2, I could just sit up on top of something with a sniper, get a couple of kills, and have some fun. But now you have to constantly be rushing, constantly be stopping, constantly be thinking about defending, constantly be worrying about left, right, back, behind you. Everywhere, there's always going to be a guy sitting, and you know it too, and you always have to worry about it. No, I think that's why there's so many today. I think the community that plays the game today is what remains of the people that can stand the close quarters combat situations with the SMGs not being better, and they can handle the flank routes all around, they can handle being strategic. I think that's like the people that play today, and it makes it less fun for kids like me who don't play for a month, and then you have to come back and play for 15 hours just to get back into the game and be able to get some decent gameplay going. I think that's all I wanted to talk about, but let's just keep this going. Yeah, but like I said, I think that was the big... I think if the next Call of Duty, that's what they should do. They should focus on making maps feel better. Like, one side of the map, second side of the map, open middle, and then 2 camping spots right in the middle of each side of the map. And then everything clashes right in the center. You have the snipers facing off that are camping on top of something. Then you have the people rushing around facing each other. And not all this bullshit where you have to run around the side of the map wait 5 seconds just to get one guy, and then wait another minute just to get another guy. You can't even play anymore. You can't rush anymore, pretty much, in Ghost, because if you rush, you die so quickly. You don't have a chance to react to people around you, and that's part of the reason why I died. Well, I think the video is going to wrap up here soon. I think my gameplay is going to end pretty soon, but hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you have anything that I didn't mention, that why I think Modern Warfare 2 is better, I'd love to hear it in the comments. Thanks for watching.